Hi everyone, my name is Peter Dove, author of Master Dressage and co-author of Master Dressage, The Basics. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the position that you carry your hands in and the attitude of carrying your hands. This is going to be covered in depth in the 6th lesson in the 10 lesson series that myself and Mary Wanless, author of the Ride with the Mind books, is putting together, which starts on Sunday the 24th. So one of the things that people find quite difficult is where to carry their hands and also how to avoid pulling back with their hands. One thing that's really important is that we are responsible for the weight of our own hands. It's very easy to allow the hands to hang down like this, for instance, and as soon as the hands do start hanging down, you're going to find yourself pulling backwards or hanging on the reins. So it's really important to carry your hands slightly above and slightly in front of the withers. Now, one of the things that really drew me to Mary Wanless's teaching and her books is she has a degree in physics, and quite a lot of her teaching is based in physics and explained by physics. And if we think about it, when we have our hands out in front here, there's quite a lot of effort involved in keeping them out in front. I mean, we've got gravity, which wants our hands to drop. As soon as you don't provide enough effort to keep your hands out in front, they'll just start dropping backwards. And as soon as they do, you're pulling backwards on the reins and not being responsible for carrying your hands. The other thing, of course, that happens is we naturally want to draw backwards with our hands. We'll find ourselves pulling back this way or pulling the hands down. Now, there's lots of different ways that we can describe the correct attitude of holding the reins, but one of the ways that I've been taught is to think of pushing the hands out in front of you as if against a resistance. Now, if you're pushing your hands out in front of you as if against a resistance, that will help avoid the drawing backwards because you're always pushing your hands out. Now, one really good way to do about this, and those of you who have bought the Basics book will know about this, and those of you who have worked with Mary before will know about it, is if you find yourself a wall, stand in front of the wall in your on-horse position, put your hands out in front of you and just push against the wall. That's the feeling as if against a resistance. And then if someone were to take the wall away from you, you should still have that feeling of pushing your hands forward as if against the resistance. And by doing that, you'll make sure that your elbow stays forward rather than drawing backwards. You'll make sure that your forearm stays more straight instead of curling back like this. So this idea is if against a resistance makes a lot of sense and keeps those hands out in front, and also makes sure that you stay responsible for carrying your hands. It's easier said than done, believe me. I regularly have to remind myself or ask myself the question, are my hands out in front of me? Am I pushing against as if against a resistance? We'll be using that concept as if against a resistance in some other lessons as well. For instance, when making upward transitions, in order not to get left behind, you'll have to get the feeling that the front of your body is pushing forward as if against a resistance as the horse travels through into trot, so that you don't get left behind just by the natural acceleration of the horse. Again, we're talking physics. So if you're interested in the 10 lessons, we've got a special offer for you. If you join up before the 24th, which is the date of the first lesson, you'll be able to get all 10 lessons for the cost of £60. That's only £6 per lesson. Each lesson's an hour long. There is time for questions and answers. You can chat to us. You'll see it live. There'll be riders, horses, myself, Mary will be making some appearances as well. And also, if you join up, as a thank you for getting in early, we're going to make all of the lessons at the end of the series available to you on DVD just for the cost of postage and packing, which will be a maximum of £10. If you join after the series starts, we will be charging the DVD at a higher price than the course and as a separate item too. So that's all from me. Next time you get on your horse, just imagine having the hands out in front of you, pushing forward as if against a resistance. Thanks very much.